guys, what's up? It's Hannah. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming a video that has actually been requested, which is kind of new for me. Don't really have a lot of fans, but we've been getting requests, so that's awesome. Thank you. Today I'm going to be talking about the living and learning communities, the dorms, and the dining halls at the University of Vermont. So hopefully for all of you incoming freshmen or possible transfers, this video is helpful. I would say my main goal for this video is to tell you things that, even though they are opinionated, you will not get the buttered up version of. For example, if you come on a tour or something, everything's going to be like so great and there's butterflies everywhere, and maybe you won't see the downsides to living on campus. But I'm here to tell you that while there may be downsides, we can make it work and everything will be fine. So I just want to be real with you guys. I want you to have a good freshman year experience. I did not have a really good experience, but that's a video for another time. Maddie's here. You can't see her right now, but she's here to help me today. We just went over our notes and we're ready. So without further ado, let's get started and talk about school. The first thing I want to talk about is just briefly list the 10 living and learning communities that we have on campus here at UVM. So if I look down, I'm looking at my notes, so just forget about it, okay? So we have Arts and Creativity, Cultural Crossroads, the Honors College, Innovation and Entrepreneurship, Journey to Independence, Leadership and Social Change, Liberal Arts Scholars Program, Outdoor Experience, Sustainability, and the Wellness Environment. Each of these 10 living and learning communities are placed throughout the 4 different campuses at UVM. So at UVM, we have Trinity Campus, Central Campus, Athletic Campus, and Redstone Campus. And I'm going to go in depth on what dorms are where, but right now I'm going to talk about all 4 of the different dining halls at UVM. So each main campus has an unlimited dining hall, and basically what that means is as a freshman you have to pick between 2 meal plans. You either get unlimited swipes with 100 retail points or you get unlimited swipes with 300 retail points. And basically that means that you can go into a dining hall however many times you want during a day, and get what you want, stay for however long you want. It's great, but it also contributes to the freshman 15, so be careful. Just kidding, everything is fine. There's Northside Dining Hall, which is on Trinity Campus. There is Central Campus Dining Hall, which is on Central Campus. There is Harris Millis Dining, which is on Athletic Campus. And there is Redstone Dining, which is on Redstone Campus. Each of these dining halls is within the unlimited portion of the meal plan. Regardless of where you live, you will have a place where you can eat. So I think that, like, regardless of where you are on campus, we're all getting food from the same place. But I definitely, from my experience at UVM, think that the quality is very different throughout campus. So for example, Redstone Dining Hall, there's a little bit of a debate on what is better, Redstone or Central. And I think they're both very comparable, and I really wish that I didn't have to say this, but I definitely think that both of them are a lot better than the Harris Millis Dining and Northside, even though I've never been to Northside, but I have heard some not great things about it. So again, take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is just my opinion, my experience, but I am making this video because I wish that someone straight up told me, do this, don't do this, you know what I mean? Once we talk about living and learning communities and like where you're going to live, you will get a better idea. And so maybe taking into consideration what kind of person you are and what you like to eat, maybe thinking about where you want to live and like where you have access to like the better food might be something you want to consider. But to talk about meal plans really quickly, I got the cheaper meal plan with the unlimited like swipes into the dining halls plus the 100 retail points. I would just like to say that I blew through my 100 retail points really fast, and I wish that I got the 300 retail points only because sometimes it's really fun to like treat yourself a little bit, you feel a little snazzy, you've been eating dining hall food for a while, and then you are like, oh my gosh, skinny pancake? Yes, and then you treat yourself. So if it comes down to it, obviously, like, financial situations are totally different for everyone, but I would recommend getting 300 points only because it's fun to treat yourself a little bit, and you sometimes, like, if you are sick of dining hall food, you can get something from somewhere else, if that makes sense. So right now I'm going to go in depth on all of the different campuses at UVM, and we're going to start with Trinity. Trinity is home to the Arts and Creativity Living and Learning Community and some students that are placed in traditional. So like I said, we have the 10 living and learning communities, but also people who choose not to be in a living and learning community are considered traditional, and they are kind of sprinkled throughout all 4 campuses, but I would say that a lot of them end up on Trinity. That is something to consider if you want to go traditional, but just know that maybe your chances of living on Trinity are a bit high. So in comparison to Central Campus, I'm going to use Central Campus as sort of our home base because that is where you are most likely going to have class every day. It's where the student center is. You're going to spend a lot of time there. Mileage-wise, Trinity is closer to Central Campus than Redstone is. But I have heard that some of the people who live on Trinity feel a little isolated, and it can, like, feel far when it's like kind of the only thing around it. So the reason Trinity may feel more isolated for some people is because you have to kind of go through areas that aren't part of the university to get to it, whereas like if you wanted to walk from Central Campus to Redstone Campus, you would be like on a university like sidewalk path that like weaves through the whole university the whole time, if that makes sense. On Trinity, there is Mercy Hall, Macaulay Hall, the back 5, and I can't go into the names because I don't know what they are, and the Trinity cottages. Mercy and Macaulay are like traditional style dorms. They're like maybe 2 or 3 to a room with like shared bathrooms. The back 5 I've heard are very nice actually. Their rooms are huge and they're suites, so you and your roommate will like share a bathroom with someone else. So I've actually heard really good things about being in the back 5. It's just like the location sometimes really gets to people. I've like everyone who has lived there is like
really
just raved about how big
I know
their
somebody
room
who
is.
moved out and they were like, I hated it there.
Really?
Yeah.
Again, opinions, everyone. It all depends on you. And then the Trinity cottages, I'm not sure what they are, but they look like mini houses. So let's move on to Central Campus. Central Campus, like I said, is where you're going to spend a lot of your time. You have all your classes on Central for the most part, and it's where the student center is, and it's just a lot going on there. There are 2 dorms on Central Campus. There's CCRH, which is Central Campus Residence Hall, and Converse Hall, and both of those are home to the wellness environment for freshmen. And I am going to talk a lot about the wellness environment in this portion of the video because I feel like there is a little bit of a misconception with it. I know that when Maddie and I toured, tell me if I'm like wrong about how you felt, but when Maddie and I toured, we felt kind of enchanted by the wellness environment because basically their goal, how I have perceived it and understood it, is instead of a traditional college experience, like the stereotype that like once you go to college you party so much and you do a lot of drugs or whatever, they're using like incentives to try to get you to steer away from that, which is awesome because it just is. One thing to keep in mind is you don't want to let those incentives fog you. I know that I ranked the wellness environment as my top choice when I did my housing contract, and so did Maddie, because it is so pretty. It was built in 2017. It was so new. Looks like a really fancy hotel. All of the bathrooms are like private, and the rooms are super new. There's air conditioning there, which in Central, not in Converse, I don't think. But there's air conditioning in Central, so in August when it's a little warm, boys, you might want that. Some of the incentives that I was talking about include being a part of the Apple Watch study and not having to pay for like gym classes, like group fitness classes, which kind of sucks for everyone else, but it's all used to like make kids want to choose healthy things instead of other things. They also have like their own gym in CCRH, and what else were we talking about for incentives? You can get paid to work out if you're part of the chest strap study. So just a bunch of things that are like very new and cool. And if you are interested in that, that's totally awesome, because I know that I was. But just keep in mind that you might not even live there, so you want to make sure that you know that before you choose. And also make sure that you know that you can have fun wherever you go, and that even though it is so shiny and new and pretty, some people don't end up liking it and want to switch out. So just keeping a perspective and knowing, I think, what you're interested in is very important. I will say that for Central Campus unlimited dining, it's always very busy, so I personally don't like going there during lunch when I'm like on campus for class, because it can be very overwhelming. They also, every unlimited dining hall, I'm pretty sure except Central, has ice cream, so they try to do like the healthy thing and have like healthy options, because they have like 4 pillars of health. Yeah, I don't really know, but anyway, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Overall, Central Campus, not a bad place to live, super new. Just make sure that you know that there are not better, but there are just as good things out there, and a lot of your college experience is going to be what you make of it, not some really shiny new room that's just going to magically make your life better, because that's what I thought was going to happen with me, and it didn't. So, we're going to move on now. The next campus we're going to talk about is Athletic Campus, and Athletic Campus has a couple different complexes. So I'm going to look at my notes for this because I don't know them off the top of my head. On Athletic Campus, if you are an incoming freshman, there is Harris Hall, which is for the Sustainability Living and Learning community. There is the Living and Learning Hall, which is very confusing because it just is. And so Living and Learning is home to the Liberal Arts Scholars Program and Cultural Crossroads. There is Marsh, Austin, and Tupper, and Cultural Crossroads Learning Community is also placed there. And then finally there's University Heights, which for freshmen the Honors College is, and that is invite only. So lots of things going on Athletic Campus. Harris Hall is like traditional 2 to 3 people to a room with community bathrooms. And Living and Learning Hall they're all suites, so you have like a little common room, bathroom, and then like 4 bedrooms in like one room. MAT is like every other regular college dorm. It's like 2 to 3 people to a room with community bathrooms. And then U Heights is probably one of the nicer places to live, and that is all suites, and there is also air conditioning in U Heights, so that might be something to consider. But like I said, for freshmen, the only way you could really live in U Heights is if you're a very lucky traditional person, or if you get invited to be in the Honors College. So on Athletic Campus, there is an unlimited meal dining hall. It is called Harris Millis Dining, but everyone here calls it the Grundle. Food, fine. I've been there a couple times. It's fine, but it is one of the only places that stays open later on certain nights. I don't know what nights those are, but
Monday through Wednesday. 10 to 12.
10 to 12. All of the other dining halls like close at 8 p.m., which kind of sucks. So eat early, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna move on because I forgot where I was. So lastly, the last campus that we're going to talk about is Redstone Campus, and there are a lot of different dorms on Redstone Campus. So there's Wilkes Davis Wing, which is Leadership and Social Change, and that's like one complex. There's Simpson Mason Hamilton, which is Innovation and Entrepreneurship. There's Christie Wright Patterson, which is home to Outdoor Experience for freshmen and the Wellness Environment for sophomores, so it's kind of a little mixy in there. There's Slade, which is Outdoor Experience, Coolidge, which is Outdoor Experience, and Redstone Hall, which is also Outdoor Experience. As I said earlier, we have the unlimited dining hall on Redstone Campus as well, and for the most part, I think that Redstone dining food is pretty good. So one of the cool things about the Redstone dining hall is each night there's like a menu on these little computer screens. So additional to everything else that's on like the left side of the dining hall, there's also like 5 choices that you can have like with a buzzer, and you basically pick what you want for dinner, and sometimes those choices are like a little bit better than what's served on the left side. And it's like all of the dorms on Redstone are pretty comparable. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you are placed on Redstone, I think your quality experience is going to be pretty similar to other people that are placed there as well. Kind of to wrap things up, one thing I want to say is that if you're in the wellness environment and if you're in innovation and entrepreneurship, I know for a fact that you have to take a course for that living and learning community. I'm not sure about the other ones, but I know for a fact that wellness and innovation you have to. I don't believe that either of the classes are too hard. I just think they're there to like get your semester started. I don't know. Oh my god, Anna, literally. Okay, thank you. We've been filming for so long.
I want to explode.
Okay guys, so to wrap things up, in my personal opinion, if you are an incoming freshman, I think that some of the best campuses to live on are Redstone and Athletic. The reason why I'm saying this is because Redstone Campus has a lot of different living and learning communities, and I think it might be one of the biggest campuses on UVM in terms of like how many people live there. So it's really nice to be surrounded by people in different dorms. I also didn't mention this earlier, but Redstone does have their own bus system that goes from Redstone to Central Campus. So instead of just like the on-campus bus, there's also a separate route, which is very helpful for people on Redstone. So it's very convenient, easy access to get to campus. It isn't even that far to walk. But when it gets really cold in the Vermont winters, it can be a lot. But yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, do what you gotta do. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this really helpful. And good luck if you are coming to UVM, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!